Welcome to chapter 1. In this chapter I'm going to be introduced about the introduction to the inventory. Under this chapter you will learn about what's the inventory and what are the types of inventory. Then we will learn about what's the inventory management and the objective of inventory management. The first part is what's the inventory. Inventory is the stock of any items or resource used in an organization and can include a raw material, finished product, component part, supplies and work in process. For an example, if I want to start the garment factory to produce the t-shirt item, first I have to buy the fabric item. After that I have to hire the people because we have to be process something else to get the final output t-shirt, right? So if you have fabric items, then we have to cut the fabric and then we have to be swing. After that we have to be check the quality, then we will packing and then we can sell the final good. It's the t-shirt, right? End of the year we have to be evaluate these stock items or resources. So end of the year what will have, we have for an example 1000 meters fabric and 500 meters fabric cutting, then 500 packing and 2000 t-shirt. So these stock items, these resources is called that inventory. Now we are going to look at the second part, the type of inventory. There are 4 major types of inventory. Those are raw materials, work in progress, finished good and supplies. Raw materials mean the basic inputs that are converted into finished product through the manufacturing process. If you look at the garment factory, the basic input is fabric. So the fabric is raw materials. The second type is work in progress. Work in progress means semi-manufactured product that need some more work before they become finished good for sale. It means that it is not raw material, it is not finished good. Between these two it is called that work in progress. It means if you look at that the garment factory, the cutting, then swinging and quality checking, then packing. So these progress items, it's called that work in progress, right? Then third one is finished good. Finished goods mean completely manufactured product. It is ready for sales. It means the t-shirt is the finished good for the garment factory. The fourth one is supplies. Supplies mean it is not directly connection with the production, but it is necessary for the production, such as we can say that tables, chairs and the helping item, the manufacturing helping tools, it's called that supplies. If you look at this diagram, you can easily to understand the types of inventory. First we will get the raw material from the vendor and we will do some work in process. After that we will get the finished good, then we will sell the customers. So the raw material, work in process, finished goods, these are the type of inventory. If you look at the garment factory, we buy the fabric item from the vendor, so that is called that raw material, and after that the fabric item go to the cutting department. They will cut the fabric and then sewing, and after that we will pack the t-shirt. So these work process, it's called that work in process, right? And after that we will get that completely final good, that's t-shirt it is called that finished goods. After that we will sell the t-shirt to the customers. So you easy to understand the garment factory, raw material, work in process and finished goods. Now we will learn about what's the inventory management. Inventory management is the act of the managing or handling and controlling the flow of inventory. It means that what are the items we need for the production and how can we order, how much order, and when we'll receive, and how much we will pay. Everything inventory related acting is called that inventory management, right? The next one is, what are the objectives of inventory management? There are three major objectives. The first one, to maintain an optimum size of inventory for efficient and smooth production and sales operation. It means that we have to be product the item and we have to be sold in the smooth manner, because if we manage the inventory very well, we can product the item continuously and then we can supply the goods and services to the customers continuously. If we stop the product, what will happen? The client will be buy the other product or other competitors. So if we manage the inventory well, we can continuously product our good and service and we can supply to the customers continuously. So that is the first objective. The second one is to maintain a minimum investment in inventories to maximize the profitability. It means that if we manage the inventory well, we can minimize the cost and we will maximize the profit. So this is also another objective of inventory management. The third objective is that if we manage the inventory well, we can order the inventory at the right time with the right source to acquire the right quantity at the right price and right quality. So these are the objectives of inventory management. Hello, welcome to chapter 2. In this chapter I'm going to teach you the methods of inventory valuation. Under this chapter we are going to learn about what's the inventory valuation, then methods of inventory valuation. The first one, we need to understand what's the inventory valuation. An inventory valuation allows a company to provide a monetary value for items that make up its inventory. It means that the company receives the goods from the suppliers. When they deliver the items, we have to value the items. That's called that inventory valuation. There are three types of inventory valuation. The first one is FIFO method, the second one is LIFO method, the third one is weighted average cost methods. Simply, FIFO mean first in first out method, LIFO mean last in first out method, the third one is weighted average cost methods. Now we are going to see that the first inventory valuation method, that's a FIFO method. What's a FIFO method? FIFO method based on the assumption that goods that are received first are issued first. It means that what are the goods we receive as a first, that received item will be issued as a first. For an example, I bought 100 units yesterday. Today I received 100 units, but tomorrow I'm going to issue these goods, right? So when we issue the item, based on the FIFO method, we will issue the yesterday item as first. After finishing, we will issue the today both item. That is called that FIFO method. If we follow the FIFO method, the old stock will be gone, but new price end of the year, the closing stock will be new price with new stock. So that's what the balance sheet shows. Ending inventory costed as per approx market price. Market price means new price, right? The first in first out method, it's easy to understand and implement it. It's practically possible to apply. So now we are going to look at that, the example for FIFO method. ABC Limited provides you with the following information. 1st January 2019, opening stock 100 unit at 1 rupees. 2nd January 2019, purchase 400 unit at 1.5 rupees. Third information is that 3rd of January 2019 issued 450 units. Then fourth information is that 4th of January 2019 purchase 500 unit at 2.06 as well. The fifth information is that 5th of January 2019 issued 300 unit. The required: compute the value of inventory under the FIFO method, compute the value of cost of good and service, compute the closing stock value. We can easy to find out the cost of good and service and closing stock under the FIFO method. How? I'm going to be click this Excel sheet. So the question is in the first sheet is that question, the second sheet is that FIFO method inventory calculation. The table I created for you to easy to calculate the FIFO method inventory valuation. So based on that, the first I put that ABC store ledger account FIFO method. Then the first column is a date, the second column inventory in. Inventory in mean what are the items we purchase. We have to be record in the inventory in section. Inventory out mean what are the stock we issued to the customer. We have to be record in this section, inventory out section. Then inventory status mean balance stock status. We have to be record. Now we are going to be record the first information. 1st January 2019 opening stock 100 unit at 1 rupees. So I'm going to be record 01st. It means January 1st 2019, the opening stock unit price is 1 rupees, the total stock 100. So the value of the stock, opening stock, unit price multiple by quantity, so the value is 100. So first I'm going to be put the different color to differentiate. So I'm going to choose this color. Okay, the second information is that 2nd January 2019 purchased 400 unit at 1.5 rupees. So I'm going to be record the second transaction. So the second transaction is 2nd January 2019 purchase a 400 unit at 1.5 rupees. So how can we record? I'm going to be put the date first, 2nd of January 2019. Then it is a purchase, so it will be record into the inventory in section. So the price is 1.5, right? The quantity is 400. The value of the stock is, how can we calculate? Unit price multiple by the quantity, the value is 600, right? Now the stock is opening stock, this opening stock plus this one, it means a purchase of 400 unit. So I'm going to be enter the inventory status. We have a stock right now, opening stock 1 rupees 100 quantity, total equals to 100, right? As well, this purchase item also on the date of 2nd January we have the stock. So the second stock is 1.5 400 units, the total value 600, right? Okay, so now I'm going to be differentiate this date also. Alright, so the third information is that 3rd of January 2019 issued 450 units, right? 450 unit we issue. In this point we have to be think about it. We are following FIFO method. FIFO mean first in first out method. Based on the table, we know well that 2nd of January 2019 we have two value of stock. One value, it's a old value 1.1 rupees into 100. The second we purchase 1.5 into 400. So first in first out mean all the stock we have to be issue first. So this item first we have to be issue. If it is not enough, we have to take from here. So we need 450 units, right? We have to take this old unit 100, then balance 350 we have to take from this stock. So I'm going to be record the date 3rd of January 2019, inventory out, we have to take this amount, right? So first all the stock we have to be released from the store. So 1 rupees at 100, so the value is 100, then balance 350 because we need 450 we need to issue. So the 350 unit we will take from this stock, I mean second stock. So the price is 1.5, so we have to be multiple 1.5 into 350 equals to 525. So the balance item is, we have only new item because this is has gone, right? And in this item we issued 350, so balance is 50 units at the price is 1.5. so the balance stock is how much? 1.5 into 50 units, the value is 75. What is this 75? I'm going to be differentiate first. What is 75? The 3rd of January the balance stock is after issuing 1.5 rupees at 1.5 rupees 50 units, right? So the value of the stock is 75. So then we are going to go to the 4th information. 4th of January 2019 purchase of 500 unit at 2.06. so we have to be record. How can we record? This is the purchase in, so we have to be record inventory in, right? So the 4th of January 2019 we purchase, the price is 2.06, the unit is 500, right? Yeah, 500. So 500, the value is how much? 2.06 into 500, the value is 1030. So now we have on 3rd of January 50 units, and 4th of January we buy 500 units. Altogether we have end of the day we have 4th of January 550, but the price is different. So I'm going to be enter the inventory status. We have 1.5 rupees 50 unit and 2.06 how many units? 500 unit. So the value is how much? This one into this one and this one into this one. So I'm going to be different. End of the day of 4th of January, the value of the inventory is these two items. So how much those? 1105 rupees, right? Okay, so the fifth information is that issued 5th of January 2019 issued 300 units. So if we issues, we have to be record inventory out. So I'm going to be put that 5th of January 2019 we issued, right? Issued how many quantity? 300. So based on the first in first out, we have to take all the stock we issued the first, then we have to be, if it is not enough, we have to take a new stock. So all the stock 1.1 50 rupees. So I have to be take first this item 1.5 50 rupees. Balance we have to be issued. Total we need 300. So 50 we issued, another 250 we have to be issued from new stock. So 2.06. Alright, so the amount is 1.5 into 50, then 2.06 into 250, so 550. So the balance item, this is has gone, right? This is we issued. So in the stock we not be take. So the second 500, but we issued 250. Now we have 250 only. So I'm going to put that 250, right? And the price is 2.06, right? So the value of the stock is how much? 2.06 into 250. So this is the final stock at the end of 5th of January. So I'm going to be put the different color and I'm going to be bold. Alright, so the different colors I'm going to be put. Okay, so the question is that what is the requirement? Compute the value of inventory under the FIFO method. We have calculate the ABC store ledger account FIFO method, and then the second is compute the value of cost of goods and service. Cost of good and service mean the inventory out total value and total quantity is the out inventory issued. So the value of cost of good and service is this column, right? So how much this one? I'm going to be write cost of good and service how much equal SUM, and I'm going to be select, then 1250. It's a cost of good and service we issued, right? And I'm going to be bold this one, it is better. Then third question is compute the closing stock value. Closing stock value, this one. What is the closing stock? Closing stock how much? 550. This is the way we can calculate the FIFO method inventory valuation. Now we are going to look at that last in first out method. It means that LIFO method. The second method inventory valuation is LIFO method. What's a LIFO method? LIFO method based on the assumption that goods that are received last are issued first, right? It means that if we receive the inventory from the supplier as last, that inventory will be issued as first. It means the new stocks are issued first and all the stocks are issued last. So if we apply this LIFO method, what will happen? The new price and the new price with the inventory, it will automatically go on or we sell. So the price of the stock on the end of the closing balance should be old price, right? So the balance sheet has inventory costed at the old price. For an example, yesterday I bought 100 units. Today I bought 100 units. Tomorrow I'm going to be issued based on the LIFO method. LIFO means last in first out. Last stock we received today, that item issue the first tomorrow. It means today item issue the first tomorrow. If it is not enough, we will take the yesterday item. So that is called that last in first out method. And the LIFO method is that the older inventory may stay on the book forever. So it's practically impossible to apply, because old stock, if we have old stock into the store, it will not practically apply, right? Practically impossible. LIFO method, it's that the older inventory may stay on the book forever. So it's practically impossible to apply. So now we are going to be look at that example for LIFO method. The information is that ABC Limited provides you with the following information. Same example, but we have to be applied in the LIFO method. So the first information is that 1st of January opening balance 100 at 1 rupees. 2nd of January 2019 purchase 400 units. Then 3rd of January issued 450. 4th of January purchase 500 units. And 5th of January issued 300 units. The required compute the value of inventory under the LIFO method, compute the value of cost of good and service, compute the closing stock value. So I'm going to be open the Excel sheet to calculate the inventory valuation based on the LIFO method. So this is the question, and we have to be apply in this table. As I told you, this is the ABC store ledger account LIFO method. Date first we have to be enter, then inventory in mean what are the item purchase we have to be recorded here, as well inventory out mean what are the item issued or out from the store we have to be record here, and then balance inventory we have to be record here. So based on that, the first information is that January 1st 2019 opening stock 100 unit at 1 rupee. So I'm going to be record here the 1st of January 2019, the opening stock 1 rupees at a 100 quantity, the total value is 100, right? Okay. The second, I'm going to be put the different color. The second one is 2nd January 2019 purchase 400 unit at 1.5 rupees. So the inventory purchase we have to be record inventory in, because this is the inventory inside the organization. So 400 unit 1.5. So the 2nd of January 2019 the price is 1.5, right? 1.5 400 unit, right? 400 units. The total value is how much? equals to 1.5 into 400, the value is 600. So the inventory status on the date of 2nd January, opening stock plus this inventory in. So I'm going to be record here the opening stock 1 into 100 value. The second is 1.5 into 400, the value is 600. So this is the inventory status as on 2nd 1st 2019. So I'm going to put the different color. So the third information is that January 3rd of January 2019 issued 450 units. So 450 units we issued. So when we issued, we have to think about it. This is the LIFO method. LIFO means last in first out. So this is the first purchase, this is the last purchase or second purchase, right? So last in first out means first we have to be issued this item, after that we have to issue this item, right? So the 3rd of January, I'm going to be put that 3rd of January 2019 we issued. Last in first out means this item first we have to be issued. 1.5 into 400, the value is 600. So the total we have to be issued 450, right? So we will take 50 from this inventory, right? Because last we have taken, it is not enough, so previous we have to be take. So the 50 into 1 rupees, how much? 50, right? So the balance stock, what's up balance stock? It is the old stock will be balanced. So we have gone, this item will be gone here, right? So the balance 100, we issue the 50, so the balance should be 50. The value is 1 per, the total value is 50 also, right? So I'm going to be differentiate. Okay, so this is the third information. The fourth information is that purchase 4th of January 2019, purchase 500 unit at 2.06. So this is the inventory in. So I'm going to be record here 4th of January 2019, the price is 2.06. How many units? 500 units, right? 500. So if we purchase a 500, the value is how much? 2.06 into 500, the value is 1030, right? So we have a stock as on 3rd 1 rupees at 50 units at 1 rupee. So we have to be enter the inventory status. We have two stock, this is the old stock and this is the new stock. So I'm going to be enter the inventory status. We have a 1 rupees at 50 units, 50 as well. We have 2.06 price, how much? 500, the value is 1030, right? So I'm going to be differentiate. So the fifth information is that 5th of January 2019 issued a 300 unit. So 5th of January 2019 issued mean inventory out. How much? How many? 300. So if we issue what the stock we will take, that's a very important. We are following the LIFO method, last in first out. So last purchase is this one, right? So we have to be take inventory out from this last inventory. So the last inventory value is 2.06. How many units we have to be take? 300, right? Yes, 300. So the 300, so the value of the stock is how much? Last this one multiple by this one, the value is 680. So the balance, closing balance is, this stock we will not take, so this balance 1 rupees and 50, total value is 50. Other one is this 500, we took only 300, so balance 200, right? 2.06, the value is how much? This one into this one, so 412. So I'm going to differentiate the different color. Okay, so you can see now, last in a first out mean last purchase we issue the first, right? So that is a very important thing. The question is compute the value of inventory under the LIFO method. So this is the LIFO method. The second, compute the value of cost of good and service. Cost of good and service, this one, this column. So how much cost of good and service equals to SUM equals to SUM, start the bracket, we have to be select the column and then close the bracket and enter. 1268, right? And so I'm going to be type here cost of good and service, how much? 1268. Then closing stock, how much? This two, 462, right? 462. I'm going to be bold and also different color, right? Okay. Finally, we know that we have issued how many units we issued. So I'm going to be find out equal SUM, start the bracket and select the range and close the bracket and enter. So we have issued 750 units. The cost of good and service, the value is 1268, and that is the cost of good and service. Then closing stock 462, that's two type of price. The first price 1 rupees 50 units, other one is 2.06 price 200 units. Now we are going to look at the final inventory valuation method, that's called that weighted average cost method. Weighted average cost method is calculated by dividing the total cost of goods in stock by the total quantity of goods in stock. So this weighted price is used for the pricing the issue until a new lot is received, when a new weighted average price would be calculated. The weighted average cost method's formula is the total available stock value divided by the total number of available stock. So it is also very easy to calculate the inventory valuation. So now we are going to look at that, how can we do the weighted average cost method, and we are going to learn from one of the example. The same example I'm going to be explain in the Excel sheet, right? So the following information as well, the ABC Limited provide you with the following information. First January 2019 opening stock 100 unit at 1 rupees. The second January 2019 purchase of 400 unit at 1.50, and then 3rd of January 2019 issued a 450, and 4th of January 2019 purchase 500 unit at 2.06, and then finally we issued a 300 at 300 units on 5th of January 2019. The required compute the value of inventory under the weighted average cost method, compute the value of cost of current service, then compute the value of closing stock. So now I'm going to be open the Excel sheet. How can we easy to calculate the weighted average cost method? This is the questions, and now I'm going to be look at that the table. This is the Excel sheet, and I created the table for you to calculate the inventory valuation based on the WACC method. And then first is a date, and then inventory in, what are the item purchase, we have to be at here. What are the item we out, we have to be record inventory out section. Then inventory status is balance stock, we have to be record here, right? So I'm going to be delete, I'm going to be put that no fill, right? So now his color has gone. So I'm going to be explain to you how can we do the exercise based on the WACC method. The first information is that January 1st 2019 opening stock 100 unit at 1 rupees. So I'm going to be record here 1st of January 2019 opening stock 1 rupees at 100, the value is 100, right? Okay, I'm going to put the different color. Okay, so the second one is, second information is that 2nd of January 2019 purchase 400 unit at 1.5 rupees. So I'm going to be record 2nd of January 2019 purchase mean inventory in, so the unit price is 1.5 and then 400 units, so the value is how much, 1.5 into 400 units, the value is 600. So end of the day 2nd of January stock is, we have to be record under the inventory status. So the balance stock is 1 rupees, add 1 rupees, we have a 100 quantity, the value is 100. Then we purchase a 400, so 1.5 rupees we purchase 400 unit, the value is 600. So I'm going to be differentiate, right? I'm going to be differentiate. Then third is 3rd of January 2019 issued 450 units. So when we issue the stock or when we out the stock, we have to be looked at what are the stock valuation we are following. So now we are following weighted average cost method. So weighted average cost method, we are going to issue 450 units. So we have to be find out the price. How can we find out the price? We can easy to find out the price. You know well that the formula is, how can we calculate the total value of inventory stock, the value of inventory stock, total value of inventory stock 700. So 700 divided by number of quantity, how many stocks are available, 500. So we have to be divided 500. So the value is how much we can get. I am going to put that equal sign, that's it. We can get that the weighted average cost price. The price is 1.4. So 1.4 we are going to issue the stock 450. How? Because we have to be take the total value of the stock, divided by total number of stock. So we can get the price, weighted average cost price. So I'm going to be issue, when we issue we have to be record under the inventory out. So we are going to issue 1.4 rupees. How many? 450. The value is how much? 1.4 into 450. So I'm going to be differentiate. Now the balance stock is, so the total quantity 500, but we issue the 450, so we have only 50 units. The price is the weighted average cost price 1.4. The value is how much? Equals to into 50 units, right? So 70. Then the date I didn't put that. I'm going to be put the date 3rd of January 2019, right? Okay, so the next one is 4th January 2019, purchase of 500 units at 2.06. so I'm going to be put the date here 2019 January 4th, and we are going to be both, the price is 2.06. we bought how many units? 500. Yes, 500 units. So the 500, the value of the inventory is 2.6 into 500, 1030. So the end of the day, how much the stock? We have a 1.4 50 units, the value is 70 plus 2.06, this is stock also, right? We have on the date of 4th of January, so 500, the value is 1030. So I'm going to be differentiate now. Okay, I'm going to differentiate. Then the 5th one is 5th of January 2019, issued 300 units. So when we issue, we have to be look at that what's the valuation we are following. We are following weighted average cost method, so we have to be find out the weighted average cost price. The formula is total available stock value divided by number of available stock. The total available stock value is how much? 1100. So 1100 divided by number of available stock 550, right? 550. So 550, I just want to be put that equal sign. So 2 rupees the weighted average cost price. When we issue the stock, we have to take 2 rupees per value, right? So I'm going to be under the date 5th of January 2019. We are going to issue 300, right? Yes, 300. So the price is 2, we have a calculated, and then quantity is 300, the value is 600, right? So the final stock is how much? Total 550, but we issue the 300, so we have only 250, right? So 250, but the price is weighted average cost price 2, so the amount is equal this one multiple by this one, the value of the stock, closing stock 500, right? So I'm going to be put the different color. So the value of stock is 2 rupees, quantity is 250, so the value of the stock is 500 value. And the question I'm going to be read again. Compute the value of inventory under the WCC method, weighted average cost method. So the weighted average cost method, we have did the calculation. The second is compute the value of cost of good and service. The value of good and service, cost of good and service, these two, right? So how much the unit we issued, SUM, and select the range, then close the bracket and enter. then the value of the cost of good and service equals to equal SUM, start the bracket and select the range and then close the bracket and enter. And then closing stock, this is the closing stock. I'm going to be differentiate, I'm going to bold, then I'm going to put the different color, red color, right? So the cost of good and service is how much? 1230, and closing stock how much? Closing stock 500, right? So this is the calculation method for the weighted average cost method. Hello, welcome to inventory management process in manually section. In this section I'm going to give you a practical example how can we do the inventory management in Microsoft Excel. This is the practical example. So if you understand this example, you can easy to work with the inventory management. So I have created 4 worksheet, Excel worksheet. So the first one is a company's information, then second sheet requirement, company what's expecting from us, then third is a VLOOKUP function, the fourth one is sum if function. Because VLOOKUP function and sum if function, it's a very important function to do the inventory management in Microsoft Excel. So the first I'm going to be read the company's information, inventory management in manually. Example 1, HIFA start the new business on 1st January 2019 with a 2 million cash, and the business name was HIFA and Co Private Limited. HIFA purchased the inventory for the business during the accounting period as below. Company has two godown and they store the smartphone items store A and laptop items store B. Then fourth information, company accounting period start 1st of January. Then purchase details during the accounting period as below. So the January month purchase, only one purchase, it's happened 2019 January 1st. The second purchase happened February month purchase, it is a second February 1st. Then March month purchase, one purchase happened, it was March 1st. April month purchase happened 2019 April 1st. Then another details that they provided for us, sales details during the accounting period as below. January month sales 2019 1st, it means the January 2nd, and February month sale happened February 2nd of 2019. March month sales happened 2019 March 2nd. April month sales 2019 April 2nd. You can see that January month purchase happened January 1st, then sales happened January month 2nd. So we have to be record this transaction based on the date. The date is very important, right? So the second is requirement. What's the requirement? Company inventory valuation policy is weighted average cost method and wants to know below details. What's the January total stock in, stock out and stock status? Then second, they expecting from us what's the February total stock in, total stock out, then status. Then as well March and April total stock in, out and status. So then we are going to look at that what's the VLOOKUP function and sum if function, because these two functions are key function to work with inventory management. Now we are going to look at that what's the VLOOKUP function and sum if function. VLOOKUP function is an Excel functions to look up and retrieve data from specific column in a table. VLOOKUP support approximate and exact matching. Then formula is equal VLOOKUP, lookup value we have to be select, and then we have to select the table array, then column index, then range for lookup. So for an example, in this table, if you type the employee's ID number, then employee's name and south, east, west, north total we need to be get it or extract. So if you want to be extract the data based on the unique value, employee's ID number is unique, right? And if you want to be extract the employee's ID number based data, you can use the VLOOKUP function. If you type the employee's ID number and if you apply the VLOOKUP function for all these cell, you can easy to retrieve the data from this table. So this is the VLOOKUP function. We will see in the practical example how can we use the VLOOKUP function, right? Then second is SUMIF function. SUMIF function mean if you have the condition, if you have the single condition, you can use that SUMIF function. Sum mean it's that adding value, right? So if you want to be add the value based on the condition, so you can use that SUMIF function. For an example, mark 1 more than 50, you need to be sum, you can use the SUMIF function. As well, mark 2, if you want to be sum more than 80, you can use the SUMIF function. So this is single condition. If you have the single condition to sum, you can use that SUMIF function. The formula is very simple. First you need to put that equal sign, SUMIF, then range. What is the range? Then criteria, what is the condition, right? So then sum range mean what's the column or row the data range have. So that is the SUMIF function. If I explain in the example, you can easy to understand. For the first, I'm going to create the 4 worksheets. So if you want to create the worksheet, you can click the plus button, so you can get that new worksheet, right? So this worksheet name is sheet 567. So I'm going to change the name. If you want to be changed, double click. If you double click, you can edit the name. So I'm going to put the name is item list, right? So the name is item list. Second one is I'm going to create the inventory. Double click. So I'm going to change the name. The name is inventory in. Then next worksheet, I'm going to change the name as inventory out. Then final, I'm going to change the name as inventory status. Right. So I'm going to enter. If you want to change the color, you can change the color. I'm going to change the color. Item list, I'm going to change the new color like green. Okay, green. And inventory in, I'm going to change another color. I'm going to change this color. And then inventory out, I'm going to change the color blue, right? Then inventory status, I'm going to change the color like okay, this block, oh yes, this color. Okay, now we have created 4 worksheet. The first worksheet is name is item list. I'm going to be change the position item list here, okay, and then inventory in here, inventory out here, inventory status here, right? So now I'm going to be explain what is the things I'm going to be put into the each worksheet. Item list I am going to be enter the item details. What are the item purchase? We have to be enter the details, or what are the items we are going to sell and purchase. These item details, it's I'm going to be put the details, everything I'm going to be put here. And then inventory in the next one, right? Inventory in I'm going to be enter what are the item purchase I'm going to be enter in this inventory in. Inventory out, what are the item we sell or we out from the stock, we are going to be record here. And last one is inventory status. In this inventory status you can check it out, the balance status of the each inventory, right? So the first item list mean we have to be enter the each item details. So if you want to be get the item details, you can go to the company info. You can see here purchase details and sales details. So I'm going to be open this Word file. I'm going to be click January month purchase 2019 January 1st. This is cash credit purchase and account is a cash, and the name list of the name. So Samsung A50 mobile, Samsung A50, this is black color, this is blue color, then A30 black, A30 blue, A20 black, A20 blue, right? And the details also here as well. You can click the next one, right? You can click the next one. The next one also you can get the information, right? The item list you can see here. Case credit purchase, Samsung laptop i3, this is black, this is white, this is black, i5, this is white, this is black, this is white, right? So if you look at each worksheet, this worksheet is the purchase details and then sales details. So I'm going to be enter the header to put that or summarize all the item list as a one sheet, right? So how can I summarize all the details into one Excel sheet? So I'm going to be put that first item code. I'm going to be type the first one is item code, right? The second one is item name, right? The third one is module, right? As per the purchase and sales details, I'm going to put the header to get that all the stock details one sheet, right? So first I put that item code, the second item name, then item model. The next one is the color, right? Color. The next one is I'm going to put the header is go down, which go down, right? So go down name. The next one is unit, how is measured. It may be the kilogram or gram or numbers or whatever. So unit measurement, right? Okay, so I'm going to be adjust the height and width, color, go down, units, right? Okay, so first I'm going to create this header as a table. I'm going to be convert this header to table. If we want to be create the table, just select the header, right? And then click Ctrl+T, and it will ask where is the data for your table. This is the range I have selected, and my table header is I choose here. This is the header, so I'm going to be check, then I'm going to be click OK. So now the table is ready, so I'm going to be drag, right? I'm going to be drag. So if you want to be change the table color or something like that, you can change. So how can you change? You can see here design, I'm going to put the green color, right? And then I'm going to be adjust the item code, item name, module, the height and width, right? Okay, all right. So now if you look at this company information, click the company information sheet, and you can get all the purchase details here, as well all the sales detail here. So based on that, there are 12 items. It means that 12 stocks we have. So we have to find out what are those items. So if you click here, the 1st January purchase, we are buying and selling mobile item and laptop item. Under the mobile item there are 6 items or 6 model mobile phone, as well laptop. Under the laptop item we have 6 laptop model. So just I'm going to be copy the name, the first mobile name, right? And I'm going to copy here. I'm going to be paste in the item list here, item name, and Control Alt plus V. If you press the paste, special option will come. So I'm going to be choose the text, and I'm going to be click OK. So the item name list will be appear here, right? So the next one, model, right? Okay, I'm going to be copy, and I'm going to be click here, Control Alt plus V. It's open the paste special. I'm going to choose the tags, and I'm going to click OK. So the next one, color, you can see the color here, black, blue, black, blue, blue, right? Okay, then I'm going to be copy, then I'm going to paste here, Control Alt V, right? The paste special button or paste special message will be appear. Then I'm going to click the text, then OK. Next is the go down. You can see here the company policy is company has to go down, and they store the smartphone items store A and laptop item store B. So we know that this is the smartphone, so we have to be choose the store A. So I'm going to be type store A, right? Okay, then I'm going to copy here, and I'm going to paste here, right? Then unit measurement, we measures the mobile phone numbers, not kilogram or gram. So I'm going to be put the unit measurement is numbers, right? Numbers. Then I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste here, right? So how many mobiles item? We have 6 mobile items, different model, different color, and it will reserved in the go down store A, right? So the next one we have to be enter the next I'm going to close this worksheet, right? And then I'm going to be open the next February month purchase details, and in this purchase details you can see all the laptop models. So I'm going to be enter these details. As I told you that we have to be gather all the information about the item, so that's we are going to do, right? So I'm going to copy these laptop items. So there are 6 laptop item model. So I'm going to be put the name is, go to the item list and select here, copy, and I'm going to paste Control Alt V. The paste special will be appear, then text. Okay, alright, I'm going to be change the height and weight. Then model I'm going to be copy here, model I3, 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 I5, I7, right? Okay, so then I'm going to copy and paste here, and okay. So the next one, color is black, white, black, white, black, white. Okay, copy and paste here, Control Alt plus V, text, and okay. As well, this is the store B, because a mobile item we stock in store A, and mobile laptop item we are stored in store B, right? So I'm going to be type store B, store B. Then I'm going to copy here and I'm going to paste here, right? So this is also we measured by the number, so I'm going to copy 1 and I'm going to paste here, right? All right, so now I'm going to be put that item code. Item code mean we have to be enter the unique code. The unique code mean this is not matching with any items. So one item it has only one code, that's called that unique code. So I'm going to create the item code, the model name plus in the color first letter and last letter, right? So I'm going to create the item code like this. Model I'm going to put first A50, then in the color I'm going to take first letter and last letter, so BK. This is the item code, it's unique code, so it's a very important unique code. Then second I'm going to create the item code A50BE. This is first letter, this is last letter, so A50BE, right? Then third is A30BK, right? A30BK. Third item code is that A30, the first letter B and last letter K, okay? Then A30BE, alright? The next one is A20BK, and the next one is A20BE, right? And then I3, right? I3BK, right? Then I3WE, right? The next one is I5BK. The next one is I5WE, I5WE. The next one is I7BK. The next one is I7WE, right? We have created successfully the item code. This item code, it's unique, it's not matching one to other one, right? We have successfully created item list. Now we are going to be create the inventory in. Inventory in mean what are the item we purchase, we have to be record in this sheet, right? So if you want to be create the inventory in, it means the purchase details, if you want to be enter in this sheet, we have to put some header. So I'm going to create the header. So the first one I'm going to put that the date, which date we buy, right? So the date. The second one is the code number, item code, right? The third one is third header is name, item name, right? The next one is model, right? The next one is color, right? So the next one is go down, which go down, right? Then go down. The next one is unit measurement, right? Unit measurement. Then after that unit price, unit price. After that quantity, how much we are buying, and then value, right? Value. So this is the header we have to be create for recording inventory in. It means that purchase item we have to be record. I'm going to be convert the table, this header as a table. So if I want to be convert the table, go to the insert menu and click the table. Now is ready. So just I'm going to click the my table has a header, then I'm going to click the OK button. So now is the table is ready, and you can see that the table name is 2, right? Table name 1 is item list, the table name 2 is inventory in, right? Okay, so if you want to be change the color, you can change the color. I'm going to be put that yellow color, right? So I'm going to be increase the I'm going to be enter up to 30, okay, right? 30. This is our table, wonderful table. Okay, as well I'm going to be create another table like inventory in. So I'm going to click the inventory out section or inventory out sheet. I'm going to be enter or the record what are the item we out from the stock, or what are the item we sell. Those item we are going to record into the sheet, inventory out sheet, right? Okay, so the header is I'm going to create, the first one is a date, as well the code, then name of the item, then model, after that color, after that go down, after that unit measurement, how is measured, numbers or gram or kilogram, then the unit price, after that quantity, then value, right? So I'm going to be change the height and width. Okay, so I'm going to convert this header as a table. So I'm going to be click Ctrl+T, it will appear the create table message, and I'm going to tick the my table has a header. This is will be become a header. So I'm going to be okay, and then I'm going to change the color like this one, okay, and I'm going to be drag up to like this, so 30. And you can see here, this is the table 3, this is the table 3. I'm going to be drag now up to just 30. Okay, right. So we have created inventory out table also, right? The next one is inventory status table we have to be create. So how can we create in this inventory status? I'm going to put the header is a different one, okay. You can see the first one is I'm going to be type item code, right? The item code. The second one is item name, okay, item name. The third one is model, right? Then color. After that, go down, right? After that, inventory in, right? This is I'm going to be merge inventory in, then I'm going to be merge this also, inventory out, then inventory status. This is one merge inventory status, After that, you know that we are the company requirement, the company inventory valuation policy is a WACC. It means that weighted average cost method. So I'm going to be put that WACC price, right? The WACC price calculate available stock divided by the number of quantity. So then I'm going to be put here, this is the numbers, this is the unit measures, right? Unit measures, then quantity, this is the value, right? Inventory in, inventory out also same like. So I'm going to copy and I'm going to be paste and then paste. So now I'm going to be merge this one, I'm going to merge, I'm going to be merge, I'm going to be merge, then all I am going to be select, okay, then I'm going to select 15, okay, 13 or 15, okay, 15, then put that border, all borders, and I'm going to be increase the font, okay, 12 it's enough, right? 12 is enough. Go down, okay, this is WCC. I'm going to merge, and then I'm going to put the bolt, right? Then I'm going to put that this is the one color, it's a yellow, this is the another color, maybe I'm going to put a green, here also green, this is maybe red, okay, I'm going to put the red. Then inventory status is blue color, here is blue, and this one WACC, this is maybe I'm going to be change the color like this, okay, right. So now we have successfully created item list table and inventory in table, inventory out table, and inventory status table. Now we are going to apply the formula to manage the inventory. So if you look at this item list, this is the master sheet, right? This is the master sheet. It means that if you look at this inventory in date, it will inventory in mean, you know, that the purchase item, so purchase details, date is you can see in the purchase voucher, right? And this code this code, item code, name, module, color, go down, and units we derive from the item list. You know that item name, item model, color, go down, unit. So these item information will be retrieved to this table. We will use the VLOOKUP function to derive the data from the item list, right? So as well, here also we need to apply the VLOOKUP function to retrieve the data. You know that code, name, model, color, go down, units. This is we will derive the data, right? As well, inventory status also, the item name, model, color, go down, this unit measurement, this unit measurement, this unit measurement, we will retrieve from the item list. So the item list is the master list for all the table. For an example, I'm going to be select the inventory in. If I type the code, the name, model, color, go down, unit will be automatically retrieved from this item list. How can we do it? It's a very simple. First I'm going to put the formula, the name, right, item name. So the first I'm going to put that equal sign, right? Then I'm going to call the VLOOKUP function to retrieve the data. VLOOKUP, start the bracket, then lookup value is this code, right? This code we are going to look up, and then table array. You can see this item list, this table, the details available. So this table is table 1, right? I'm going to be show you. I'm going to be escape, and I'm going to show you an inventory out is a table 3, table 3. You can see here table 3, and inventory in is table 2. Item list is table 1, right? You got it. So that's what I'm going to be choose again. Name, first I'm going to put that equal sign, and I need to call the lookup function. VLOOKUP, start the bracket, and lookup value is this code, comma, then table array is table 1. I'm going to be type table 1, and table 1, comma, column index. You can see here in the item list, the item name is second column, first item code, second item name. So item name is second column, right? So the name is have column 2. So I'm going to be column index is 2, then comma, it is exact match, right? Exact match. I'm going to be choose the exact match, then close the bracket and enter, right? Don't need to worry about it. We will fix this NA, okay? No problem. First I'm going to be apply the VLOOKUP function, right? Don't worry about it. Or we can see here, if it is error, I'm going to be say that just blank. So how can we can activate like this, if error, right? If error, sorry, VLOOKUP before equal, if error, comma, blank, right? Comma, space, and then close, enter. There is no error message right now, right? So as well we can apply here also, equal VLOOKUP function, start the bracket, and lookup value is, if I enter the code, it will automatically extract or retrieve from the item list. That's what I'm going to call the VLOOKUP function, right? Then comma table arrays table 1, right? Table 1 comma column index model is which column? Model is item column 1 2 3, third column, right? So the inventory in, I'm going to say column index 3, column index 3 comma, and it is a exact match. So exact match mean I'm going to put that 0. If it is put 0 also exact match, okay, and close the bracket and enter. So this also has a error message. It means that there is no applicable. It say that not applicable because we didn't enter the code. So if you want to be error, if it is come error message, you need to be put that blank. So I need to say to the Excel if error blank, okay, space, then close the bracket, enter, right? Okay, then color equal VLOOKUP, right? VLOOKUP, lookup value is a quote, right? And comma table 1, right? Comma this is color is which one? First code, second, third, fourth. So 4 comma 0. You can see in the item list the color is column 4. And if it is error, I'm going to be say if error blank, so comma blank comma close, then enter, right? As well here also I'm going to be type, or otherwise you can copy this formula, right? I'm going to be apply here. This is 4, this is 5 column, right? This is column 5, then enter the unit. This is 5, this is 6, column 6. You can see here the unit is column 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So unit is 6. So I'm going to paste this formula, and this is 6, then enter, right? So then I'm going to be double click, then double click, then double click, then double click, then double click, here also double click. Unit price we have to be enter, and quantity we have to be enter. The value should be how equal unit price multiple by the quantity, right? Then it's showing, right? So now is item list formula, inventory in formula, inventory in table successfully created. There is no any problem. For an example, if I type if I type the any code, it will appear the details. For an example, A50BK, A50BK. If I enter, it should show Samsung A50 50 black, story, numbers, unit price we have to be enter, and quantity we have to be enter. If I enter, the value will automatically calculate, right? So I just want to be delete this one, right? So then inventory out also I need to be create. You have a two option to retrieve the data from the item list to inventory out. The first option, you can use the VLOOKUP function. Otherwise, if you look at that inventory in, inventory out sheet, these two sheets contain the same headers. So we have already done inventory in tables, formulas and function we have already created. So we just copy this sheet and we can paste inventory out, right? So we are going to do that second option, that I'm going to copy the inventory in sheet, then I'm going to paste into this workbook, and I'm going to change as a inventory out sheet. Right, how can I do it? Inventory in table, I'm going to copy, you can see, create the copy, and inventory status. Okay, you can see inventory in second, I'm going to be change the name inventory out. Right, because the formula already have applied, no need to be worry about it. Right, so that's what I have copied this inventory in, and I paste, I have copied this sheet and I paste next to inventory in. Right, so if you want to be change, you can change the color. Okay, right, so inventory in, inventory out table is ready, no need to be worry about it. The next one is I'm going to be extract the data inventory status. I'm going to be apply the formula to inventory status. So the first item code, if I type the item code, item name will be appear, model, color, go down, unit is number, this is also number. So we can retrieve from the item list. So now I'm going to be create the, I'm going to be retrieve the data from the item list by using VLOOKUP function. So I'm going to put that equal sign, then I'm going to call the VLOOKUP. Right, then lookup value is the item code, comma, table is table 1, table 1, right, table 1, and column is second column. Right, then comma, the exact match, then close bracket, then enter. It is not applicable. Oh, I'm going to enter the if error function, if error, say blank, space button, then close, enter. So likewise I'm going to copy here, then I'm going to be paste. This is column index 3, should be changed. Then here also color should be 4, and the go down should be 5. Right, why 5? You can see the item list column index 5 is the go down. Right, so you can see item list go down is 5, 1 2 3 4 5, like that's what. Right, and the number unit is 6, so I'm going to be enter unit is 6. Just I'm going to copy the formula and press the escape button and double click and enter. Then I'm going to put the 6 is a number. Here also I'm going to be paste, then 6, then here also 6. Right, so I'm going to be tested A50 BK, yes, Samsung model A30 block stored unit. Okay, now is everything correct? We extract the or retrieve the data from the item list. Okay, now we have to enter the inventory in sum of the amount under the specific item code and value. Right, as well inventory out the specific item code, sum of amount, quantity and value. For example, I'm going to be type A50 BK. This is one of the code. This is A50 model Samsung mobile. So if I want to be extract all the sum of quantity for the inventory in, I can use that sum if function as well if I want to get that inventory in total value of the particular item code or A50 mobile phone, the total value, we can use that sum if function. Why? Because here we will record under the inventory in table, we will record based on the date. So today we buy A50BK mobile and tomorrow we will buy A50BK. So if I enter here A50BK, the item code, the inventory in total A50BK quantity should be appear. We need to be use that sum if function because we will give the condition for the sum if function. So if I apply in this formula, you can easy to extract for the particular item code under the inventory in total sum of quantity and value. Likewise here and here we can get it. So I'm going to be use the formula sum if function. First I'm going to be delete this item code. So function I'm going to be type. First I need to put the equal sign, then I need to call the sum if function inside the bracket and then range. Where is this item code available? First I need to be type this item code where is available. You can see here. So I'm going to be select the item code range available in inventory in section, the second column, comma, the criteria. What is the criteria? Condition, this item code, right? So we need to choose the criteria. First we need to select the range for the inventory code, then we need to be specify the code, item code, this code, right? Then comma, which item you need to be sum if. I need to be sum if the quantity, this quantity, right? So then I'm going to be close the bracket, then enter. Likewise I need to be enter the total sum of the value for the particular item code, right? So how can we use this sum if function? As usual, first I need to put the equal sign, then I need to call the sum if function, start the bracket, then range. Where is this range? We are going to be sum if based on the item code. So the item code range is available inventory in section in the second column, comma, which item we need to be, what is the criteria, what is the code. So the code is available here. If I type the item code here, you need to be get it, the Excel sheet need to be get that sum of the range where is available, the sum of the range available here, the value. If I type the code, the sum of the amount for the particular code need to be extract. So then I'm going to be close the bracket, then enter. So now the inventory in section completed. So double click here, and here also I'm going to be double click, right? So the second inventory out sum if function I'm going to be apply. So the first I need to put the equal sign, then I need to call that sum if function, start the bracket, and where is the item code available under the inventory out section. I'm going to be search based on the item code, the item code available inventory out section, the second column, comma, the criteria is where is criteria, I mean which item code we need to be get here. If I select this item code, it's automatically extract all the sum of quantity for the inventory out. The third is sum of the range available via here. Then close the bracket and enter. Likewise, the inventory out also I need to be put that equal sign and some if function I need to call the condition that based on the item code, right? So the range is available inventory out, the second code, comma, right? Criteria is, where is the criteria? Here, item code, right? And the sum of the range available inventory out, the value here. Then close the bracket and enter. Inventory status, we calculate inventory in minus inventory out. It's a balance inventory it will show. So the formula is equals to inventory in minus inventory out, enter. As well, the value is how can calculate the balance inventory value, inventory in minus inventory out, then okay. So WACC price, how can we get it? Total available stock value divided by the total number of available stock. So the equation is equal, first we have to be select the available stock value here, now divided number of available stock here, then enter. So now I am going to be double click the formula, it will be appear up to here. Okay, now we have done all the formulas and function into all the tables and sheets. So now we need to be enter the all the transaction. That's it. Now I'm going to be enter the all the transaction based on the date, and I'm going to go to the first worksheet. That's a company information sheet. You can click, you can see that the purchase details as well the sales details available. So I'm going to be record based on the date, and if you look at that January month, there is a one purchase and one sale, and February month one purchase one sales, as well March month one sales and one purchase, as well April month one purchase and one sales. So first I'm going to be record based on the date. The first one is 2019 January 1st, the purchase. I'm going to be click, if I click that, the details will be appear. So you can see that the case credit purchase, the account is case, it means that we buy based on the case, and then date 2019 January 1st, and the bill number 30, and the name, model, color, unit price, quantity, value, everything it's here. So this is a mobile purchase. So I'm going to be record, if I purchase I need to be record inventory in section. So the first I need to put the date. Before I am going to be enter the date, I need to be custom the date column, right? This column, and then go to the bond number format, then custom. Under the custom we can choose first date, then month, year, right? This format. Then I'm going to be okay. So now I'm going to be enter the date. It is easy for me, right? So the details is first January 1st 2019, right? So I'm going to be enter first 2019. It will show you the code number. You can see here, you can see we are buying the mobile items, right? So we have already created the name list, right? Item list. So if you look at this purchase, it is order, right? A50 black, A50 blue, A30 black, A30 blue, A20 black, A20 blue. As well, you can see here in the item list also it is same. A50 black, A50 blue, A30 black, A30 blue, A20 black, A20 blue. So I just need to be copy this cell, and then I'm going to be apply here. Control Alt V. It will show that paste special option, and I just need to be enter the values only. So I'm going to click the values button, then I'm going to be okay. So if I enter the code, it's automatically retrieve the data from the item list, and you can see here. So the name Samsung A50 black, store A numbers, right? Now I need to be just enter the unit price and quantity. Okay, so and I'm going to copy this date also, because these all the items you will buy the same date. So just copy and paste. Control C, then Control V, right? So the unit price I need to be enter. If you see the purchase, you can see that unit price of 5015. So I need to be copy this also, unit price, and I'm going to use the paste special option. So paste special option short form is Control Alt plus V, and it will show the paste special option, and click the text, then okay. So the value will be appear. After that I need to be enter the quantity. You can get here. I need to be just copy, and here I need to be paste. I need to use that paste special. So Control Alt plus V, then text, then okay. So now you can see the value, it's automatically generated because we have already entered the formula, right? So the first purchase transaction we have done, right? So we have done. So I'm going to close and don't save. The second I need to be go to the second is sales. This is January 1st, January 2nd we are selling. So I'm going to be click. So this is case credit sale. It's happened January 2nd, right? So if it is sales, I need to use the inventory out section. So the first I need to be set the format, custom format for the date. So I need to go to the custom and custom, then I need to choose that this is first date, then month, then year, right? So I'm going to okay. So now I'm going to be enter the date. The date is January 2nd. So January 2nd 2019. Okay, so the first one, the selling details, we have to be under the inventory out, right? So because it is go from the store, that's what inventory out. So the first I need to enter the code. So if you look at that, the item list and this name list, it's order. So I just copy this item code, then I'm going to be paste in the inventory out. So I'm going to be paste here. Just I'm going to copy, then I'm going to be paste here, and this is date also same date we sold. So the WACC price, so we have to be enter the WACC price. If you look at that inventory status, you can get this WACC price, weighted average cost price. So before we need to be enter the all the codes. Okay, if we want to be get that weighted average cost price, we have to be enter the code. If I enter the code, it's automatically generate inventory in, inventory out, the sum of the amount in inventory status, WSS price, everything it will be show you. I need to be copy this all the code, right, and I'm going to be paste in the inventory status table under the item code. I'm going to be choose the Control Alt plus V, paste special, then value only, then okay, it's automatically generate. We can get that all the details for all the item code. First I need to be delete this column because it's no use, so I'm going to be delete, Control minus, it will gone. So now you can see here, this is mobile item, that's what I differentiate the color as well here. So now I'm going to be differentiate, this is yellow color, okay, this is color, okay. Now you can see here, if I enter the code, it's automatically retrieve the data from the item list, item name, model, color, go down, and units, and this unit, okay. But the quantity value, the sum of the amount, what are the item purchase under the item code A50BK, it will sum of the amount, it will show the quantity value, and inventory out also sum of the inventory out will show you, right. So that's what we have created. After that, WSC price we got from value divided by the number of quantity. So now we know, well, this is the WSC price. So when we inventory out, we need to use the WSC price. We can't use this is selling price because this is selling price. Selling price we can't use the inventory out because we just out the stock from the store based on the WSC price, not selling price. Very important, right? So we have to be take the WSC price. So in this WSC price available inventory status, so this I am going to copy and I'm going to be paste inventory out the WSC price. I'm going to be enter Control Alt plus V, paste special, then value, then okay. So now we have to be enter the quantity available in the case credit sales. So I just copy and I'm going to be paste here. So Control Alt plus V, paste special, then tax, then okay. So it will show the value, right? Okay, so now you can see the inventory status, the total inventory in this value and inventory out this value. We use the WSC price by the value. Now the inventory status this, and then WSC price this, right? It's a very simple. Okay, then you can see the requirement. What's the January total stock in out status? You can see there is 2 transaction only, January month purchase, January month sales. So now you can see that inventory in, this is the amount, inventory out, this is the amount and details, and inventory status this is. So the first question done. The second question, February month, there are 2 transactions under the February month. I need to be recorded. First I'm going to click the purchase, it's happened February 1st. So this is the not cash, it's a credit purchase, Anwar Computers Private Limited, and I need to be enter the first Samsung laptop i3, i5, i7, i7, black white, black white, black white. You can see we have also recorded as order Samsung i3 black, i3 black, i5 black, i5 white, i7 black, i7 white. So I need to be copy this code and I need to enter the inventory in because this is purchase, so we have to be enter inventory. If I type the code, it's automatically retrieve the data from the item list. That's what. So I'm just use that Control Alt plus V, then values, then okay, right, okay. And the date is, what is the date? 2nd, okay, February 1st, okay. Then the date is February 1st. I'm going to be type here February 1st. Then I'm going to copy this and I'm going to be paste here, because we both the same date, all this computer. So then we have to be another unit price available here. I need to copy and I'm going to paste here. I need to use the paste special, Control Alt plus V, then text, then okay. As well quantity also same, I just copy and I'm going to be paste here. I'm going to use the paste special, Control Alt plus V, and then text, then okay. So we have done this transaction also, we have done. Then I'm going to be close. The next one is, what is the next one? February month sales, 2nd January, we have to be record. So I'm going to click, this is the case credit sales, Nama Computer Private Limited. The date is 2nd February. So first I need to be enter the date. This is a sale, so we have to be choose the inventory out table, and 2nd February. So 2/2/2019, right. And the code is, you can see here, the code is as usual, this is ordered, right. So I need to be copy this item list. I just copy and I'm going to paste inventory out, right, inventory out, Control Alt plus V, then value, okay. Then we sell the same date, so I need to enter up to 13 column. And now we have to be enter the WSCC price. WSCC price available, inventory status, you can see as order, everything is order. So just I need to be copy and I'm going to be paste inventory out, right, Control Alt plus V, then value, then okay. Then quantity, what is the quantity? Quantity you can get from here, quantity you can get from here, quantity. This is selling price, we can't enter, right. So this is quantity, I'm going to be copy and I'm going to be paste here, Control Alt plus V, then text, then okay, right. So this February transaction also we have done, right. So the second question is that, what is the second question? What's the February total stock? February total stock in, you can take here, got it, February, okay, this is the amount, right. And February out, you can filter here, February, right. And status, the status here you can see, right. Now I am going to be clear filter here, also I'm going to be clear the filter, right, okay. Now we have done second requirement also. The third is, we have to be record March month purchase and March month sales. So I'm going to be click March month purchase, right, March month purchase as order. So I need to be copy the item list, this is the mobile item. So as usual, this is order, you can see A50 black, A50 blue, A30 black, A30 blue, A20 black, A20 blue. As well I'm also recorded as here A50 black, A50 blue, A30 black, A30 blue, A20 black, A20 blue. So I just copy here and I'm going to be paste inventory in, Control Alt plus V, then value, then okay. So the date is, what is the date? March 1st. So March 1st 2019. Then I am going to copy we both all this item. Then the unit price we have to be enter. You can copy this unit price as usual. Then we have to be paste here, Control Alt plus V, and text, then okay. As well the quantity also you can copy here, just copy, then I'm going to be paste special, then text, then okay. You can see here. Now we have done the March purchase also. Then I'm going to close, don't save. The next one is, next date is transaction. It is March month sales. You need to be enter. I'm going to click and I'm going to be enter the details. You know that this is order, right? The name list order we have entered the sale, so we can copy this item list. This is mobile item, right? So this is mobile item, so I'm going to copy this mobile item. This is sale, so we have to be in the inventory out section, then Control Alt plus V, then value, then okay. Then date is, which is the date? Date is March 2nd, okay, March 2nd. So and then I'm going to copy, and we sell all this item the same date, and we have to enter the WSCC price. Where is the WSCC price? We can get from the inventory status. This is the WSCC price for the mobile phone. So I'm going to be decrease the decimal place up to 2, right? Up to 2, okay. Okay, up to 2, it's the best, okay. Then I need to copy this one. We are selling the item, so we have to be out the inventory based on the WSCC price. So I'm going to copy, then I'm going to be paste in here, and I'm going to use the paste special option, Control Alt plus V, then value, then okay. And here I am going to be decimal place, no decimal place, right? Here also I'm going to use the no decimal place, no decimal, okay, it's a good. So I have under the WSCC price. Now I need to be in the quantity, so I'm going to copy this quantity and I'm going to be paste here, Control Alt plus V, then text, then okay. So now we have done the March month transactions also, right? So the question is, what is the requirement? What is the March total stock in, out, and status? So we can get it very easily, and just we need to be filter the date and March month the total in. Here you can see March month total out. I'm going to filter, then March month status, you can see here, right? So now I'm going to be clear the filter, then here also I'm going to be clear the filter. That's it, right? And I'm going to be proof the inventory status. This is the sum of the quantity. I'm going to be profit. You can see A50BK we have purchased total 37. The value is 187,200. I am sure, right? I'm going to be profit. How can I profit? Just to go to the inventory in, you can filter the code based on the A50BK, then OK button. You can see there is the quantity is total how many? 37. You can see here also 37, and the value also you can check here. The value is how much? 187,200. Here also you can see here 187,200, right? So our inventory in sum of the amount is correct, as well inventory out also should be correct. So I just prove it, right? So now I'm going to be clear the filter. Here also I'm going to be clear. It's already cleared, right? Okay, so now we have to enter the last month transaction. April month purchase I'm going to be enter. The April month Samsung laptop i3, this is order. So I just copy this item list. This is the laptop item, so I need to copy here, and I'm going to be enter here. Control Alt V, then value, then OK. So the date is what is the date? The date is April 1st. So I'm going to be enter April 1st. Then I'm going to copy here, then I'm going to be paste here, right? Okay. Then unit price, how much? The unit price you can see here. I'm going to be copy, then I'm going to be paste here. As well quantity also I'm going to copy, and I'm going to be paste here. Right, then the last transaction I'm going to be enter. It has also gone, we have recorded, right? Don't save it. The last transaction is April month sales 2019, April 2nd. So I'm going to open it. This is the case or credit sale. Sale should be recorded, inventory out, right? So I'm going to be copy the list. This is the list available here, item list. So I'm going to copy. This is the sale, right? So we have to be enter the inventory out section, right? Inventory out section. This is inventory out, and I'm going to be paste the item code here. Control Alt plus V, then value, then OK. Alright, then the date is what is the date? 4/2. It means that April 2nd. So April 2nd I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste up to here because we both the same date all these items. Then the WSCC price, you can check the inventory status here. The price is here, right? I'm going to copy the price, then I'm going to be paste here. Now we have to be enter the quantity, right? So the quantity you can enter here. So the quantity is how many? You can see under the credit sale, the sales details. Then I'm going to copy here, then I'm going to be paste here, so the text, then okay, so it's automatically calculate. And now you can see the requirement, what is the April total stock in out status. So you can get it April month by filter the date April. You can see the inventory in as well. You can choose the April month under the date. You can see here the inventory status here, right? Okay, so that's a great. So we have done all the transactions. Now I'm going to be clear the filter in, inventory out. Right, now I'm going to be remove unnecessary columns, so I'm going to be remove, and now I'm going to remove here also unnecessary columns. I'm going to be delete, control minus, right? And here nothing. Okay, so here also I'm going to be remove unnecessary column. Okay, now we have done all the transaction and our worksheet is ready. So now you can extract what you want. You can extract from this inventory in, out, and inventory status. What are the things you want, you can get easily from this sheet. Now I'm going to share the additional features and the facility for this workbook. If you look at the item list, you can see here is the item code. If you want to be change this name or anything else, you can change. If you change here, this change will be reflect all the workbook, inventory in, inventory out, inventory status, right? All these sheet will be affected if you change anything else in the item list. For an example, I'm going to be change this this is item name like sum. Okay, I'm not putting sum, I just enter sum, right? So this change will be affect all the work sheet, right? I'm going to show you. If I enter, you can see here inventory in. If I type A50BK, just show the sum. Here also A50BK, wherever A50BK, that will show you the name is sum, right? So now I'm going to be change Samsung A50. Okay, now it will be changed, or you can see. Okay, as well, if you want to put that additional item, you can first you have to be increase that table, then you can type here, then only it will be accept, otherwise it will not accept, because we have choose in the VLOOKUP functions table 1. The table 1 is this one. If you want to be increase the table, you can. If you edit anything else in this table, it will be show, it will be reflect in all the workbook. For an example, you can see here, if I type the new item, okay, if I type the new item, it will reflect all the inventory in, inventory out, inventory status. For an example, Oppo A5, right? Item name is Oppo A5. Oh, I'm going to code is A5. Okay, A5, Oppo A5, model A5. Okay, A5, black, block and story for an example, right? Story numbers, right? If I enter here, it will show you. I'm going to be enter. What is the code? A5, right? So if I type A5, it will show the details. A5, the details will be appear, right? If I enter out of this table, it will not show you. So the table is very important, right? So I'm going to be delete this one, right? Here also I'm going to be delete. Okay, the filter function is very important and very easy to extract the data. You know that we have used all this worksheet, the filter function. For an example, if you want to be get that January month purchase inventory in, you can easy to filter. You just click go to the date section, date column, and you can choose the January month. You can see here all the January month purchase will be appeared. Then I'm going to be clear the date, and based on the code, if you want to be get the data, you can get. For an example, I just want A30 BE. It means that A30 blue color mobile purchase in. So if I tick here, it will show you based on we purchase A30 BE mobile 2 times, 1st January and March 1st, and we bought the 12 quantity on January and 26 on March 1st. So every details you can get. Likewise, if you want to be filter based on the model, you can filter. So for an example, A50, you can click OK. So you can get A50 model. There is a 2 color, black blue, 2 color. So these 2 color, how many price, how much we buy, and how many quantities and the values, every details you can. As well, if you want to be get that go down how many quantities we store, you can how many quantity we store, we can get the details, right? Everything we can easy to filter, right? Then unit price based on the quantity value, as well inventory out also we can easy to get the data, and then inventory status will be show you, and everything is very easy for you. So I hope that you understand well. Hello, welcome to Tally installation section. In this section we are going to look at that how to download the Tally program and how can we install the Tally program. So if you want to be download the Tally ERP9 software, first you need to go to the tallysolution.com. If you enter the tallysolution.com, you can see that Tally solution. This is a website you can download the Tally software. I'm going to be open the tallysolution.com. Now you can see that tallysolution.com interface. I'm going to download the Tally latest software. I'm going to be press download button. There are 2 options. If you click the download button, and it will come to the 2 option, install now, download. If it is install now mean if you connect with the internet, you can press install now. The setup file not download in your computer, but it's automatically install in your computer. But if you press the download, the setup file will be download in your computer, and then you can install the setup file. After that you are able to use the Tally ERP9. So I'm going to be press download button. If I click the download button, the setup file will be downloaded here. You can see right now the setup file start to download. Now you can see the setup file, it's downloaded. So I'm going to be installed into the computer. I'm going to be double click and run. So you can see that the one of the window will be appear, Tele ERP9 empowering business since 1986. It's asking where the Tele software need to be installed. So I choose that C program Tele ERP9. If you want to be change the installation folder, you can change it, but I'm going to be install the C program file Tele ERP9. So I'm going to be press install. So it will be installed into your computer. Now the Tele software installed into your computer. You have successfully installed ERP9 series release 6.6.1, and I'm going to be pressed on. Then you can see here the Tele software symbol will be appear here. So then you can press, if you press, the Tele software will be run. Then you can see here the first one, the first setup is license operation. So the first activate your license. If you have the license, you can enter the license and activate. And now I'm going to be use work in educational mode. It is, if you press work in educational mode, you are able to teach the Tele software, but some restriction. The restriction is you can enter the date 1st, 2nd and 30 of the month. Other rest of the date you cannot enter the details into the Tele software. So that's a restriction. I'm going to be use work in educational mode. It's a trial version, so I'm going to be select work in educational mode, double click, and it will be open. You understand how can we install the Tele software ERP9. Welcome to chapters. In this chapter we are going to learn about the steps of inventory management in Tele. Under this chapter we will learn about how to create the basic ledger accounts, and the second we are going to learn about how to create the godown, and the third we are going to learn about how to create the stocks, right? So the first part we are going to learn about how to create the basic ledger accounts. If you look at the organization, the investor or the owner invests the money to the organization, that's called the capital. If we manage the inventory in Tele ERP9, we have to be create the 4 basic ledger account. Those are the capital account, the second one is cash account, then third one is a purchase account, the fourth one is sales account. If we have the cash credit purchase, we have to be create the credit purchase account and cash purchase account under the purchase account. And if we sell that credit and cash base, we have to be create the credit sales account and cash sales account. The second is how to create the godown. So if we want to be create the godown, first we have to be understand what's the godown. Godown mean the company has stock. The stock should be stored in the location or warehouse. That place is called that godown. Godown, it's mean warehouse or godown. If you look at the organization, people say that godown and warehouse all are same meaning, right? If you want to be maintain the all stock movement in this location, we need to create the godown into Tele, right? So before we are going to be create the godown, we should activate the godown in Tele ERP9. So if you want to be activate the godown, first you need to be press F11 into the keyboard. Then it will show that inventory features. you need to be choose the inventory features, then you need to be type yes in front of maintain multiple location. You can see in this picture, you can see maintain multiple location yes, right? If you type the yes, and the Goran will be activated in your Tele ERP9. The third is how to create the Goran. If you want to be create the Goran, first you have to be go to the inventory info, then press the location, then single location, then you can click the create button, then it will show this dialog box, and you can type the store, right? And if you want to be enter the address, you need to be press the F12 into the keyboard, and it will enable, it will show the use address for go down, then you can press yes. After that you can enter the address also in your creation, right? The third part is how to create the stock. If you want to be create the stock, first you have to be enable the integrated accounts and inventory. If you want to be enable the integrated accounts and inventory, first you need to be press the F11 into the keyboard, then you need to be select the accounting features. After that you need to be type yes in front of integrate accounts and inventory, right? The second thing is that we have to be create the stock group. So stock group mean the heads of the stock, it's a call that stock group. It's enable easy identification and reporting of stock item in a statement. So if you want to be create the stock group, first go to the gateway of Tele, inventory info, stock group, single stock group, create stock group. After that dialog picture, it shows like the pictures, right? You can create the stock group. Simply I can say that if you look at our example, we have both two type of items. The first mobiles item, other one is laptop item. So the mobile, under the mobile item there are a lot of sub items, and laptop item there are a lot of sub items. So the stock group is mobile item 1, other one is laptop item, another stock group, right? Okay. The third is unit of measures. We have to be enter the stock purchase or sales of quantity based. The quantity is measured by the units. Units creation is the most important in stock item. You need to create the units of measures for all the stock item. It's except 4 decimal place in stock. It means that if you buy the quantity, if you buy the stock, it's measures by the unit. For an example, you buy the laptop, the unit of measurement should be numbers, 1 numbers, 2 numbers, 3 numbers, right? If you buy the sugar, the unit of measurements kilogram, right? 1 kilogram, 2 kilogram. If you buy the water, the unit of measurements liter, right? Liter or gallon, like that, right? And if you buy the tablet, it is measured by the numbers, right? Likewise, every purchase or sales, stock purchase and stock sales, we identify or measures by the units. So the unit should be entered into the Tele, and it's except only 4 decimal place. For an example, we buy 1 kilogram 300 grams, so 1.300. It has 3 decimal place, right? So if you want to be create the unit measures, go to the gateway of Tele, inventory info, unit measures, then create. So the dialog box like this, right? The fourth one is stock items. Stock items is referring to the goods of rate stock ledger account is created for each item, and tally call this account of stock item. If you want to be create the stock items, go to the gateway of tally and click the inventory info, then click the stock items, then enter the create. If you click the create button, the dialog message or dialog box will come like this, and you need to be enter. Simply I can say that the stock items mean, if you look at our example, we have created the stock group. The first one is a mobile item, other one is laptop items. So under the mobile item we need to be type A50 black, A50 blue, A30 black, A30 blue, and A20 black, A20 blue. These stocks we need to be enter. So these items are called stock item, right? Likewise in the laptop we both i3 white, i3 black, i3 i5 black, i5 white, i7 black, i7 white. So these item we are called that stock item, so we have to be create one by one, right? The fifth one is stock items configuration. To enable the inventory valuation option, need to be typed yes in front of allow advanced entry master. If you want to be choose the inventory valuation on the stock items, you have to be enable the stock item configuration. So if you want to be enable, go to the first press the F12 into the keyboard, then stock item configuration will be appeared, then type the S in front of allow advanced entries master, then you can change the inventory valuation. We have done inventory management process in manually example 1 by using Microsoft Excel. Now we are going to do the same example in Tele ERP 9. So the first one, I'm going to be open the Tele ERP 9. I have opened the Tele ERP 9 right now, and you can see that the setup windows will be appeared. Then you can choose that work in educational mode. So I'm going to be double click the work in educational mode activated right now. The first, I'm going to be shut down the company. I have already created 2 company, so now I'm going to be shut down the company, and I'm going to be create the new company. So if you want to be create the new company, you can click the create company, otherwise you can press C into the keyboard. Before I'm going to be create the company, I need to introduce about the Tele. If you look at this window, you can see the company info. Under the company info there are 6 options. The first one, select company. The second one is log in as a remote user. The third, create a company, and the fourth one is backup. Then the fifth one is restore. The sixth one is quit, right? So if you look at the first letter of this option, you can see the first letter is first one is red color, the second one is green color, little bold, everything is bold. So this is the first letter bold. It's called the shortcut. If you press into the keyboard S, the select company option will be open. Then if you press L into the keyboard, login as a remote user will be open. And if you press the C button into the keyboard, the create company will be open as well. If you click the BRQ, it's a shortcut, right? So the first, I'm going to be click the create company, and I'm going to open the Excel sheet. First, I'm going to be sum all these inventory in, inventory out, inventory status. So I'm going to be click here and equal SUM, start the bracket and select, then close the bracket and enter. Here also I'm going to write, and likewise I'm going to be do, and this is a delete, this is the delete, right. Then I'm going to be put the border, all border, after that like this. Likewise here also all border, and then take outside border. Okay, here also all border, then take outside border, right. And I'm going to put the different color, green, right, green. Here is red, here is blue, right. Okay, no problem, right. So now you can see the company info. So inventory management in manually, example 1, the first information, HIFA start the new business 1st February 2019 with 2 million case, and the business name was HIFA and Co Private Limited. HIFA purchase inventory business during the accounting period as below. Company has to go down, and they store smartphone items, store A, the laptop items, store B. Company accounting period start 1st of January. The purchase details and the sales details available, right. First of all, the company name is HIFA, so the business name was HIFA and Co Private Limited. I need to create the business name as HIFA and Co Private Limited. So I'm going to be click HIFA and Co Private Limited, PVT, right. Then mailing name also same, addressing country India, I'm going to choose the India, and state as Delhi, right. Okay, then if you have the details you can enter. I'm not putting the details. And the financial year begin from, you can see here, start the business 1st 2019. So I'm going to be enter the date 1st 2019, right. Then if you want to be put the password, you can. I'm not putting the password anything else, I just want to be create the company, right. Then everything is same, then accept yes. So now we have created the company. You can see here name of the company HIFA and Co Private Limited. Current period is 1st February 2019 to 31st December 2019. This is the accounting period. The current date is Tuesday 1st January 2019, right. And then no vouchers ended, right. If you look at the interface of Tally ERP9, you can see that the gateway of Tally, and here the bold letter, it's a shortcut. Here is A is shortcut, I is shortcut, V is shortcut, T is shortcut, O is shortcut, N is shortcut, B, P, S, R, D, Q, those are shortcut. If you press A into the keyboard, accounts info will be opened. As well, if you enter I, the inventory info will be open, right. As well, here also you can see the right side, the F1 is a shortcut for select company. Here is, you can see underscore F1, it means that the shortcut is old plus F1 is a shutdown company. Underscore mean old, right. So the here is F2 is a shortcut for the date, and old plus F2 is period shortcut, right. As well, old plus F3 is a company info, F4 is a connect, likewise F11 is a features, F12 is a configuration, right. So this is the shortcut information about the Tally ERP9. Now I'm going to be integrate the inventory features. If I want to be integrate inventory features, first I need to go to the features and click the accounting features, and right, you can see that integrated accounts and inventory, yes. So it is automatically enable, so I don't need to be do anything else. I'm going to be press escape button. Then the second, I'm going to be enable the go down features. Go down features, if you look at this inventory info, there is a no go down. It means that location, store location not available. If I want to be enable the go down or store location, I need to enable the go down features. How can we enable? I'm going to be press escape button, and you can see here F11 features. If you press the F11 into the keyboard, otherwise you can click the F11, press the F11, you can see here inventory features. If you select the inventory features, you can see here maintain multiple location. I'm going to be type yes. If I type yes, the go down option will be appeared into our Tele ERP9. You can see right now I'm going to press the escape button and come to the gateway of Tele, and you can see the inventory info. You can see here locations is available. So now you can create the go down. So we have enabled the integrated inventory features as well the go down features. Now we are going to create the basic ledger account. You know well that we have to be create the 4 basic ledger account. Those are capital account, cash account, purchase account, and sales account, right? So in this organization we have credit purchase and sales purchase. So we have to be create sales purchase and credit purchase under the purchase account, and also credit sale and cash sale. So we have to be create the credit sale and cash sale under the sales account. You can see here, look at here, HIFA start the new business 1st 2019 with 2 million cash, and business name was HIFA Co Private Limited. So we have to be create the capital and cash, right? And if we look at the here purchase, this is cash purchase, right? This is cash purchase. The next one is, this is credit purchase, because as for Computer Private Limited it is the name. If it is come the name, company's name, it is the credit purchase. So we have to be create the cash purchase and credit purchase, right? As well the sales also, the company has sales, cash sales and also credit sales. I'm going to be show you. This is the cash sales. You can see here this is the cash sales, right? And if you look at the March month, if you look at the March month, this is also case, but the February month I am going to be look at. This is the credit sales, Nama Computer Private Limited, right? Okay. So we have to be create the capital account, cash account, credit purchase, cash purchase, credit sale and cash sales, right? So I'm going to be create, just look at. So the first accounts info, go to the accounts info and the ledgers. Under the ledgers I'm going to click the create single ledger. The first I'm going to create the capital account, right? Capital account, it is coming under the capital account. Then inventory value are affected, not, it is not affected. As well the opening balance is how much, starting date 2 million, right? 2 million, right? Okay. So the owner invests the cash 2 million, right? So the second we have to be create the cash account. The cash account is a default account here. So if you press page up button, you can see the cash account. You can see this is the cash account. So the owner provide the capital as a cash. So we have to be a record under the cash accounts also, right? So the owner put the capital with 2 million cash, so cash account also increase 2 million. Now I'm going to be accept. So now you can see the total opening 2 million debit, 2 million credit, right? The second, we have to be create the credit purchase and cash purchase. So I'm going to be type cash purchase, right? It is coming under the purchase account, right? Purchase account. It is inventory value affected. Yes, a purchase account should be affected the inventory. If it is purchase, our inventory value increased, right? Likewise, so it will be affected. And then there is no opening balance for the case purchase. I am going to be accept. The next one is a credit purchase. I am going to be type. And this is coming under the purchase account, and it also affected in the inventory. Then I'm going to be accept. Then I'm going to be create the credit sales and cash sales account. First I'm going to create the cash sales account. It is coming under the sales account, right? Sales account. It also affected the value of inventory. Why? Because if it is sale, our stock will be reduced, so it will be affected. Then I'm going to be save. Then credit sales I'm going to create. It is also coming under the sales account. It's also affected inventory, right? So then I'm going to be save. Yes. Okay, so now we have successfully created the basic ledger account for the company, and I'm going to be press the escape button, and I'm going to come to the gateway of tally. Now I'm going to create the godown. If you look at the company info, you can see that company has two godown, and they store the smartphone item store A and the laptop items store B. So the company has two godown. The first one is store A and store B. So I'm going to be create the godown. So if you want to be create the godown, go to the inventory info and then click locations, and then create single locations. The name is, what is the name? Store A. So I'm going to be type store A, right? Then it's coming under the primary, right? I'm going to choose the primary. Then allow storage of materials. Yes, I'm going to be choose yes. And our stock with the third party, no. Third party stock with us, no, right? So now I'm going to be accept. If you have the address, if the company has address, so you can press the F12 into the keyboard, and you can see the provide the address for the locations, right? If you have the address, store address, you can type yes, then serve it. So now you can see the address option, right? So in this company we don't have a address right now, there is no information, so I'm going to be just enter and serve it. The next one is store B, store B, and it is coming under the primary. Okay, it's a primary. Then allow storage of material, yes. And our stock with the third party, no. Third party stock with us, no. Then I'm going to be accept, yes. Okay, so now we have successfully created the godown. So now I'm back to the gateway tally. If I press escape button, we can back. Now we are going to create the stock. If I want to be create the stock, go to the inventory info, and you can see stock group. First we have to be create the stock group, then we have to be unit of measures we have to be enter. After that stock items we have to be create, right? So the first we have to be create the stock group and the single stock group. So if you look at this organization, you know that stock group, there are two type of stock groups. You know that the company has two godown. They store smartphone item store A, laptop item store B. Smartphone one group and laptops another group. So I'm going to be create the stock group, two stock group. The first one is smartphone. Alright, it is coming under the primary, right? And should quantity items added? Yes, I'm going to be type yes. Okay, if I type Y, it's automatically become a yes. Okay, then accept. Then second one is laptop items, right? Laptop. Okay, then it's a coming under the primary, and it also should quantity of items be added? Yes. If I type Y, it is become a yes, then accept. Okay, now we have create the stock group. Then I'm going to be back, then I'm going to be go to the units of measures. Units of measures, we measures the mobile phone and the laptops by numbers. So I'm going to be click the unit of measures, then create. And some items we cannot measure by numbers. For an example, sugar we measured by the kilograms, and water measures by the liters, something like that. So at the time the unit creations will be different, right? So the type is simple and symbol is numbers, NOS. Formal name is numbers, and it doesn't has a decimal place because we can't say 1.1 mobile. We can say just one mobile or two mobile, right? So that's what the number of decimal place 0. And sometime the sugar and the water we can measure by the 3 digit or 3 decimal place. For example, 1.350 kilograms, right? Likewise, so at the time it has a 3 decimal place, right? So now these numbers we don't have a decimal place, so I'm going to be put that 0 and I'm going to be enter and then accept. Yes. So now we have done the unit creations. After that we have to be create the stock items. Go to the stock items and single stock item creation. So now you can see here, if the behavior or advanced master is not coming, you need to be press the F12, right? You can see here allow advanced entries in masters. You need to be type yes. If you type yes, the behavior option or advanced entries in master options, it will appear. You can see this is behavior will be appear. Then you can enter the cost method and market valuation method, right? So the first I'm going to create the stock item. If you look at this stock item, you know that I'm going to go to the item list. We have 12 items, right? This is the stock items, or otherwise you can go to the company info, January month purchase. You can see here this is the stock item. Samsung A50 black, Samsung A50 blue, Samsung A30 black, Samsung A30 blue, Samsung A20 black, Samsung A20 blue. So I'm going to be enter one by one. So the first I'm going to copy. This is a Samsung A50 black. Then I'm going to be paste here, Control Alt plus V. Then this is black, right? I'm going to create black. Then bracket close. Then under it is coming under the smartphone and unit measures by the numbers, and then cost method it's monthly average cost. You just choose that monthly average cost, market valuation, average price, right? Because we have measures the inventory valuation WACC, right? So then I'm going to be enter, and you know that we don't have an opening balance because the company is new company, start the company first 2019, so we don't have an opening balance. If we have an opening balance we have to be entered, so we don't have an opening balance, so I'm going to be accept. Likewise I have to create 12 items. First I have done the first item. The second item is, what is this? Samsung A50 blue. So I'm going to be copy and I'm going to be paste here and blue. Then it is coming under the smartphone. It is numbers measures by the monthly average price. Then after that serve. The next one is Samsung A30. This is black, right? Black. It is coming under the smartphone. It is measured by the numbers and monthly average cost. Okay, and everything. Just enter yes. Then Samsung A30 blue, right? Samsung A30 blue. Then it is coming under the smartphone and numbers and other things are same, and then yes. Then Samsung A20. It is black, right? Black. And it is coming under the smartphone and its numbers, everything others the same. Then Samsung A20 blue. Then it is coming under the smartphone and numbers, other things are same. So now we have done these mobile items we created under the stock item. The next we have to be create the laptop items. So the first one, laptop item, you can see here laptop item black, white, black, white, black, white. So I just need to be copy. We have a laptop 6 module, so I'm going to copy and I'm going to be paste here. i3 black, right, and it's coming under the laptop and it is measured by the numbers and it is monthly average cost. Then I'm going to be serve. Then second laptop i3 white, right? This is coming under the laptop, numbers and everything is same before. The next one is i5, right? i5 black, and it is coming under the laptop, numbers and other things are same. So the next one is i5 white, right? White, and laptop, numbers The next one is i7, right? i7 black. It's coming under the laptop and numbers. Everything is correct. The next one is i7 white. It's coming under the laptop, numbers and monthly, everything is same. Now we have successfully created the stock, right? And if you want to be check your stock items, stock group item, it's a very easy. I'm going to be press the escape button and come to the inventory info, then click the stock group. And if you want to see your stock group, click the stock group and you can see the display button. You can see there are two stock group, laptop and smartphone. And if you want to be edit anything else, laptop and smartphone, you can click the alter button, and if you want to be changed, you can change whatever the name or something like that, you can change, right? So I'm going to be press escape button because I don't need to be changed, everything is correct. Likewise, if you want to be see the stock item, you can see, if you press the display button, you can see laptop i3, laptop i3 white, laptop i5 black, laptop i5 white, laptop i7 black, laptop i7 white, Samsung A20 black, blue, 30 black, blue, 50 black, blue. So if you want to be edit anything else, you can click the alter and you can change whatever the name or whatever you want, you can change it, right? But I don't need to be changed because everything is correct. So now you have understand about how to create the stock. Now I'm going to be into all the transaction based on the date, and if you look at that the example, you can see that January month 1st they purchase, then January 2nd they sale, then February 1st they purchase, then the February 2nd they sell, March 1st they purchase and March 2nd they sell, April 1st they purchase and April 2nd they sell. So we have to be record based on the date. The first transaction is January month purchase, so I'm going to be open. So you can see that the case credit purchase, and then accounts is case, it means that we purchase based on the case, and then date January 1st, the bill number 30, and the details also available. So I'm going to be record. If I want to be record, I'm going to go to the accounting vouchers, and you can see here the purchase. If you press the F9 into the keyboard, the purchase voucher will be appear. Otherwise you can click the purchase and you can see the purchase voucher. The first we have to be change the date, and you can see that this is the 1st January, so the date is correct, so I no need to be change about it. Then second, supplier invoice number, the invoice number is 30, so I'm going to be enter the invoice number 30. Then date is 1st January 2019. The party's name, it means that we purchase based on the case, so we need to choose that case as a ledger. Then if you have the details, you can enter. I don't have the details. And then purchase ledger, this is the case purchase, so I need to choose that case purchase. Then we have to be enter the details. The first A50 black mobile, so A50, you can see A50 black, and the location, you know well that company has two godown and they store smartphone item store A, laptop item store B. So this is the smartphone, we have to be choose the store A, right? So the location is store. If you type S, it will show the list of location. So I'm going to choose store A because smartphone items we store into the store A. Then quantity, the quantity is, you can see, the quantity is 15 and 5000, right? So 15 5000, so quantity 15, rate is 5000, then amount 70,000. Then second, A50 blue, right? A50 blue, Samsung A50 blue, location store A, then quantity 24,950, right? 24,950. Then third, we buy A30 black, 10 numbers, A30, Samsung A30, the location store A, then quantity is 10 3750, 10 3750, quantity 10 3750. Then next one is A30 blue, 12 3700, right? So Samsung A30 blue, location is store A, and then quantity 12 3700, 12 3700. The next one is A20 black, 10 numbers, A20 black, location is store A, 10 numbers, rate is 2400, 2400. Then Samsung A20 blue, then location is store A, then quantity how much, 11, quantity 11, rate 2350, 2350. Then you can see here the total value how much, 305,750, 305,750, the total number 78, here also total number 78. So now I am going to be serve it. So the first transaction we have done, right? So I am going to be close. The second, January month sales, so I am going to be open. This is cash credit sale, account is cash, so the date is 1st January 2nd and bill number 0001, right? So the first I am going to be choose the sales account. I am going to be click here, or otherwise F8, right? That's a shortcut. And reference number, before we are going to be enter the reference, we have to be change the date. So I'm going to be press the F2 into the keyboard, and I can change the date. The date is January 2nd, so 2nd January. And reference number, you can see bill number 001, 0001, right? 0001. And this is we buy based on the cash, so I'm going to choose the cash. And if you have the delivery note something, the details you can enter, but I don't have anything else, so I just choose the sales ledger. This is based on the cash sale, so I'm going to choose the sales account, cash sale. Then I'm going to be enter. The first one is Samsung A50, we are going to be sell. So Samsung A50 I'm going to be choose, and then how many quantities, 10 quantities. And this is where is the store, with store A. So the quantity is how many quantities, 10 quantities, 10 quantities. Then rate is which rate we have to be choose, selling price, right? No need to be take a WSEC. We just need to be put that selling price because this is the ERP system. Tally is the ERP system. It is integrated with every department, every section. So we just need to be enter the price. Okay, selling price, right? So the selling price is 9,750. Then we have to be enter. After that, the second we have to be enter the details. Samsung A50 blue 9, right? So Samsung A50 blue location store A, and then quantity, how many quantities? 9. Then radius how much? 9,653. 9,653. Then enter. The next one is Samsung A30 black. Samsung A30 black. You can see here, this is Samsung A30 black. Here is number. Numbers mean how many stocks are available in the store. That will show here, right? So I'm going to be choose Samsung A30 black. We have a 10 on the store. Then store is store A. I'm going to choose the quantity. How many quantities we are going to be sell? Black. How many quantities? 7, right? So 7. The price is how much? 7,313. 7,313. Then enter. The next one is Samsung A30 blue. And then location is store A. Then quantity how many quantities? 10. 7,215. 7,215, right? Then enter. The next one is Samsung A20 black. Samsung A20 black. Then store A. The rate is quantity 6 numbers. Rate is 4,680. Then enter. The next one is Samsung A20 blue. Samsung A20 blue. Then location is store A. Then quantity, how many quantities? 5 quantities. So I'm going to choose the 5. And then rate is how much? 4,583. Then okay. So now you can check here. There is numbers 47. You can see here number of quantity 47. Then the amounts total 358. 704. Here 7,713. Why it is different? Because you know that I put the selling price cost into 125 or 150 like that. So at the time I remove the decimal place, then I put here. That's why the decimal place amount little difference, right? No need to be worry about it because the value we never take it. We just take selling price and quantity. It is not affected in our sum. So I need to be change it. It is better for you, right? The first 97,500, 86,877, right? I'm going to be change 7. Then 51,191. So I'm going to be change 91. Then 72,150, 28,080, 22,915. Okay. Then total is 358,730. Okay. No need to be worry about it. Everything will be perfect, right? So then I'm going to be serve. Yes. Okay. Then we have done the second transactions also. then I'm going to be solve it. The next one is second transaction we done. The third is a February month purchase happen. So I'm going to be open. This is the credit purchase. You can see Anwar Computers Private Limited, date 2019 February 1, and then bill number 253, Samsung laptop items, right? So this is the purchase, so we need to be choose the purchase voucher here, and the first we have to be change the date. I'm going to be press the F2 button, and then date is February 2, so first, second, you can see February 1st. Then supplier invoice number 253. The date is 1st February 2009. Party's name, you know that this is not cash, this is we purchase by credit, so we have to be create the Anwar Computers Private Limited under the Sunday creditors, right? So how can we create? If you press Alt plus C, the ledger creation window will be appear. I'm going to be create the creditor's name. What is the creditor's name? Anwar Computer Private Limited. So I'm going to be copy. I'm going to be paste here, and he is coming under the Sunday creditors, right? We purchase based on the credit Sunday creditors, and then I'm going to be yes. Okay, then if you have the reference something you can enter, but I don't have, right? Then it is the credit purchase. I'm going to choose the credit purchase, then I'm going to be enter the transaction. The first one, laptop i3 black, and then quantity. Okay, so I'm going to be enter laptop i3 black, the first one. The location, you know that laptop item we store B, so store B I'm going to be choose. The quantity is how many? 19,950. 19,950, then enter. The second, laptop white, i3 white. The location is store B. The quantity is 19,950. 19,950. Okay. The next one is laptop i5 black, location is store B. Then the quantity is 722,300. 722,300, then enter. The next one is laptop i5 white, then location is store B. Then quantity you can see 622,300. 622,300, right? Okay. The next one is laptop i7 black. The store is store B, and then quantity is 29,950. 29,950. The next one is laptop i7 white. The location is store B. Then quantity 729,950. 729,950. Then we have enter all the transaction. We can check it. The details, there are 39 items here, also 39. Then total value 938 600. So our sum is correct. Then I'm going to be solve it. Okay, the next one is we have done these transactions also. Then February month sales I'm going to be open. You can see here, this is a case credit sales, Nama Computers Private Limited, 2019 2nd. So the bill number 002. So now I'm going to be select the sales vouchers and need to be change the date. So I'm going to change the date, F2 button, and the vouchers date 2nd, right? And the reference number you can see here 0002. Then this is the case purchaser credit sale. This is a credit sale, so we have to be create the Sunday debtors, right? So we have to create the Sunday debtors. So how can we create? Alt plus C, the ledger creation will be appear. We have to be enter the name Nama Computer Private Limited. We sell based on the credit. So the Sunday debtors, then other things the same. I'm going to be accept. Then it is the credit sales. I'm going to choose the credit sales, and now I'm going to be enter the details. The first laptop i3 we sell, laptop i3 black, 7 numbers have, the location is store B, and then quantity, how many quantities? So 5 quantities. So 5, the rate is 38,903. So 38,903. Then enter. The next one is laptop item i3 white. So the location is store B, then quantity is 5, 38,903. 5, 38,903. Then okay, the next one is i5 black, laptop i5 black, the location is store B, and then quantity, how many quantities sell? 5, right? So the 5, the amount is 43,485. 43,485. Then serve. The next one is laptop i5 white, then it's a store B, then quantity is 43,485. 43,485. Then yes, the next one is laptop i7 black, then store is store B, then quantity is 5, then rate is 58,403. 58,403. Okay, the next one is laptop i7 white, the location is store B, then quantity is 58,403. 403. Then I'm going to be served. Now you can check it. The total quantity 30, you can see 30, and then total value 14,000. Sorry, 1,407,902. Here 910. It is a small 8 difference. Why it's happened? As I told you, this is the decimal place. I copy paste, but it's not mention the decimal place, right? That's what little difference. So I'm going to be change it. It will not reflect in our account. Okay, don't worry about it. Then I'm going to be check the first 194,000. Okay, this is a 3, this is a 5, right? So 5. here also 5. Okay, then what is the mistake? 425 right, and 292 0 15. So okay, here is a 15, here is a 15, then total value 910, right? Okay, now I'm going to be solve it. So we have done the 4 transaction also. Then I have to be accept this one, right? Okay, I'm going to accept first. Now case credit purchase as per company will purchase. It means that this is the credit purchase because the account name mentioned the Aswar Computer Private Limited, not cash. Okay, so then date is March 1st, the bill number 210. So then if we purchase, we have to be choose the purchase vouchers, and then supply first we have to be change the date. The date is March 1st. So if I press the F2 button, you can change it March 1st. Then the supplies numbers 210, the date is March 1st, the party's name, you know that this is the credit purchase, so we have to be create the under the Sunday creditor Aswar Computer Private Limited. So if you want to be create, you can press the Alt plus C, so the ledger creation will be appear. So I'm going to be paste the creditor's name, and this is the Sunday creditors, so I'm going to choose the Sunday creditors. Other things the same, then enter, then this also same. Then purchase is purchase ledgers, this is the not case, it is a credit, so I'm going to choose the credit purchase. Then I'm going to be enter the details. So the Samsung A50 black for 22 numbers are 5100, so I'm going to enter Samsung A50 black. Location, it is stored by store A, and then quantity, how many quantities? 22 5100, right? 22 5100. Then second Samsung A50 blue, right? Store, it is stored A because mobile item store in store A, laptop item store in store B. The quantity is, you can say 24 5000, so 24 5000. The next one is Samsung A30 black, then location is store A, then quantity, how many quantities? 25 3800, 25 3800. The next one is Samsung A30 blue, and the location is store A, and then quantity is 26 3700, 26 3700. The next one is A20 black 21, so Samsung A20 black, right? A20 black, the location is store A, then quantity 21 2500, 21 2500. The next one is Samsung A20 blue, the location is store A, and then quantity, how many quantities? 27 2350, 27 2350, right? Okay, now you can check how many quantities. Now you can check the total 145. You can see here the total quantity 145, here also 145. The value is 539,350. Here also 539,350. So our accounts are correct. So I'm going to be solve it. So I'm going to be close. Then we have done this transaction also. So the next one is March month sales. So you can see here, this is the K sales and the date is March 2nd, bill number 0003, right? So I'm going to be enter. First I'm going to choose the sales vouchers and need to be changed the date first. It's happened 2nd March 2019. Then reference number, what is the reference number? 0003. Then this is the case, right? This is the case, account is cash, and there is no details, so I'm going to be just enter. The sales ledger is, this is a K sales, right? So I'm going to choose the K sales and I'm going to enter the details. A50 mobile 18 we sell A50. So Samsung A50 black. Location, where is store A. Then quantity 18. Then rate is 9,945. 9,945. Then second we sell Samsung A50 blue. We have a 45 numbers, you can see here 45 numbers, and we are going to be sell. It has a story A, and then quantity, how many quantities we are going to be sell? 16 quantities. So 16, the price is 9,750. 9,750. This is the previous rate, but now we have to be changed it 9,750, right? 9,750. Then enter. The next one is Samsung A30 black. Sorry, A30 black, and the location is store A. Then quantity, how much? 20 quantities, 7,410. 20 quantities, 7,410, right? Okay, then the next one is Samsung A30 blue. Then store A. The quantity is 17. Then rate is 7,215. That's a correct. Okay, the next one is A20. Samsung A20 black, and the location is store A. And then quantity, how many quantities? 15 quantities. 15 quantities, right? 15 quantities. The rate is 4,875, right? Then accept. The next one is Samsung A20 blue. So the location is store A. Then quantity 13. Rate is 4,583, correct one. Then you can check the total amount. The total number sale 99, and then value is 738,569, but 6 is different because it is a decimal place different. That's what, right? So no need to be worried about it. It's everything is correct, but I want to be change it. So you can check here, and 179,010, you can see here. Okay, that is correct. 156,000, that is also correct. Third is 148,200. The fourth 122,655. for 73,125. last one is 59,579, but it is putting 73.9, and then total is 738,569, right? Okay, then I am going to be serve. Right, we have done then I'm going to be serve this one. I'm going to be accept. The next one is April purchase. I'm going to open. Then you can see that this is the case purchase, and it happened April 1st. The bill number 546. It is a laptop items. So we have to be choose the purchase voucher if we purchase, and also we have to be change the date. If I press the F2 into the keyboard, we can change the date. The date is 1st April 2019. Then supply invoice number, you can see here 546. The date is April 1st 2019. Then you can see here this is the case purchase, so we have to choose the case, and other things are not here, so we just enter. And then purchase ledger is, this is the case purchase, so I'm going to choose the case purchase. Then I'm going to be enter the details. Laptop i3 Black 8 we purchase. Laptop, so laptop i3 Black we purchase 8 quantity, so I'm going to choose the store B, because laptop item we store is store B, and then quantity is 8. Then the rate is 19,900 and 19,975, right? The next one is laptop i3 white. Then location is store B. Then quantity is 8. The rate is how much? The rate is 19,975. 19,975. Then okay. The next one is laptop i5 Black. So I'm going to choose laptop i5 Black. The location is store B. Then quantity is, you can see the quantity 822,450. 822,450, right? 450. Then I'm going to be enter. Then fourth one is laptop i5 but white. The location is store B. Then quantity is 8. The rate is how much? 22,450. 22,450. The next one is laptop i7 Black. The location is store B, and then quantity is 8. 30,150. 30,150. The next one is laptop i7 white. The store B. The quantity is 8. The rate is how much? 30,150. 30,150. Then we have done all the transaction. You can check it out. There is total is 48. You can see 48. Then total is 1,161. 1,161,200. Okay, that's correct. So I'm going to be serve it. The next one is the next one is the last transaction is April month. We sell April 2nd. So I'm going to open, and this is the credit sales. We sell Ahmad Computer Private Limited. The date is April 2nd, bill number 004. So if we are going to be sale, we have to choose the sales voucher. I'm going to click the sales voucher, then I'm going to be change the date. The date is 2nd 4, it means that April 2nd. The reference number you can see here 0004. Then party's name, this is the credit sales. So we have to be create the Sunday debtors under the Sunday debtors, right? So if we want to be create the Sunday debtors, we have to be press Alt plus C, the ledger creation account will become. Then we have to be enter the name Ahmad Computer Private Limited. So this is the Sunday debtors. We have to choose the Sunday debtors, and other things the same. Then the sales ledger, it is a credit sales. Then we sell laptop i3 black 7 numbers. So first I'm going to be choose laptop i3 black, 10 numbers available, which sale. It is store B, right? The quantity is how much? 7, and then rate is 38,951. 38,951. The second we sell i3 white, so I'm going to choose that laptop i3 white. Location is store B. The quantity is how many? 6. Then rate is 38,951. 38,951. The next one is laptop i5. So I'm going to choose the laptop i5 black. Then location is store B. Then quantity is 545. The amount is 43,778. 43,778. The next one is laptop i5 white. The location is store B. Then quantity is 6, right? 6. Then rate is how much? 43,778. 43,778. The next one is laptop i7 black, and the location is store B. Then quantity is 58,793. Quantity is 5. Quantity is 5. Then rate is 58,793. 58,793. Then I'm going to be enter laptop. The next one is laptop i7 white. The location is store B. Then the quantity is 6. 58,793. 58,793. Then we have done all the transaction. So where is this one? This one, right? Okay. Ahmad Computer Private Limited. So the total numbers are 35. Okay. The total items number 35. The value is 16,000. 1,634. 638. Here is 644. So we have to be 44 because of the decimal place I didn't mention in this word. So that's what. So I'm going to be change it. There's 272,657. The first one 657. So I'm going to change it 57. The next one is 233. 706. Here is 6, right? Okay, the next one is 218,890, right? 90. So here is 90. The next one is 262,668. Okay, 8. The next one is 293,965. Then 352,758. The total is 644. Okay, so now I am going to be serve it. Now we have done all the transaction of the HIFA Co Private Limited, right? Then I'm going to be serve this one. Okay, now we have done all the transaction of HIFA Co Private Limited. So now we are going to check our stock summary. We have did the example 1 in Microsoft Excel. In Microsoft Excel we have done, as well the Tele ERP9 also we have done. So if you want to get that stock summary into Tele ERP9, first you have to go to the stock summary, gateway of Tele. Under the gateway of Tele you can click the stock summary and you can see here. But if you want to get that inward, outward and closing balance, you can go to the configure F12. If you click the F12 or if you click the configure, the window will be appear. Then you can choose that show opening balance. No, because our company, it's a new company, so there is no opening balance. Show good inward. Inward mean purchase item we need to get, so I'm going to type yes. And also show good outward, our store out stock also we have to get, so I'm going to type yes. Then I'm going to serve it. So if I serve it, the details will be appear. And if you want to get that all the details, you can click here or all the plus F1, the details will be appear. So I'm going to click the details available. Now I'm going to compare with our Microsoft Excel manual stock summary with Tele ERP9 stock summary. You can see here the total inventory in, it means that in what there are 310, right? 310. The value is 2,944,900. Here also 2,944,900. So exactly match. There is no problem, right? In the outward you can check the quantity. The outward you can check the outward, the total items 211. Here also 211, exactly matching. Then the rate and value, the value is not matching because the value is here the selling price, but here we put that WACC price, right? So that's why it is not matching, right? Then the next one is closing balance. The closing balance we calculate based on the WACC price. Here also WACC price. So you can see here the total quantity 99. You can see here also 99 as well. The value is 823,509 is a closing balance. Here also 823,509. So exactly matching our Tele ERP9 work. Also the Excel sheet also equal. It's mean that exactly correct. So our sum is perfect, right? If you want to get the details in the different purpose you can get it. For an example, if you want to get that group wise details, you can click the group and you can see that there is two group, stock group, laptop and smartphone. If you want to get the laptop, you can click the details available. As well, if you want that smartphone, you can click the smartphone, the details available, inward, outward, closing balance, you can see story, everything is available, right?